Myles Garrett is still chasing the NFL sack record. Coming up short against the Pittsburgh Steelers, he said that Aaron Rodgers and that offense were too concerned with blocking him double and triple teams, and it self-sabotaged itself instead of trying to focus in on winning the game. Now, that's an interesting take right there. But two things can be true. Yeah, it felt that way if you're Myles Garrett, all them double and triple teams, which should feel normal for you because you're a beast. But also the fact that offense was missing DK Metcalf. And because DK Metcalf wasn't there, that changed up how they protected and how they executed. So let's see how these two worlds collide, and let's take a deep dive on this topic. Wow. Myles Garrett is grateful that he's in this sack race, but he's saying that Pittsburgh maybe did a little too much to make sure he didn't break that record. Let's hear it.
To an extent, I feel like they were more worried about keeping me away from Aaron than getting the win, and I think that's what came back to bite them. So they'll have to fight it out with Baltimore next week. But I'm just proud of the guys for fighting and getting this win. That's the main thing. I'm always going to keep it that. To an extent, I feel like
Woo! It just got real in that press conference in the most lighthearted way. He just like, look, y'all put so much attention, so much focus on me that maybe it handicapped what you could do. Now, that's a half truth. They did double team him, they did triple team him, and even coach said, like Mike Tomlin was like, what's different? Like, every time we play that dude, we gonna double team him, we gonna triple team him. Like what's different? Because he's gonna break the sack record? Nah. You know what it was? It was real simple. They missed DK Metcalf. They couldn't throw the ball, they couldn't extend the field. The field started to shrink on them. Simple as that. And that's what happens typically when you're in the goal line or the red zone, like how small the field is when you're down there in the money area. That money area was the whole field because DK Metcalf wasn't there. Oh, God. On top of the stupidity of like almost risking $45,555,000 because your guarantees were null and void, but they said they still going to rock with you, and yesterday proved that they need to rock with you because you're a different animal. Aaron throws a beautiful deep ball still. We know that. And then he didn't have his deep ball threat. And threat doesn't mean DK always catching them. You just got to put some respect on the offense, put some respect on his name. And when you don't respect, an offense can beat you deep, you start to inch and creep closer to the line of scrimmage, making those passing lanes, the short and intermediate lanes, tougher, and more importantly, harder to run the ball. Right? Simple as that. But Garrett, look, he always going to get double and triple team. I think this was a way for him to kind of feel. Half of it is true, but he's always going to get double and triple team. So that's not so true. Like if we did a next-gen analysis, I guarantee you're not going to see a crazy amount of doubles and triple teams compared to normal for him. I guarantee you that. But what he didn't catch is since DK wasn't there, they were like, we got to do a lot. They should have did a lot more quick throws, and they tried, but execute them. What Garrett was feeling like, I couldn't get the sack, all this attention, and then I look up, y'all not scoring, and y'all not the same team as typical. We thought you guys were better than this. Y'all should have beat us. Oh, the reason you didn't is because you gave me all this attention. And this is why it's important if you're a DN that sacks is not the only thing. Like, this is why – if you look at somebody who's a pass rusher, even though you measure them by sacks, pressures matter, forced fumbles matter. Also, just the fact that what it takes to block you, right? How much energy do you consume? How much of this offensive playbook do we have to consume and spend towards you? Like, even if you don't get a sack, smart people in the building will be like, yo, look what we got to do. Look at all we got to do to stop this dude. Simple as that. So if you Myles Garrett, I know it feels a little weird. You didn't break the sack record, but in reality, dog, they will block you the same way. You're a dog. You're going to always get that. What game have you been in and you just got single block? Like, who's this guy? Who's this Myles Garrett? Nah, they don't do that to you. Now, when it doesn't work out and the team is better than you and you're like, so much attention and pressure was on you for that day, you might misread it. But if DK was there, I'm just saying, you might have broke the sack record because he would have stayed there to hold the ball longer to throw the deep ball. See how it all connects? You thinking you ain't getting the sack, I'm double the triple team. They never do that. Yes, they actually do. Oh, yeah, they do. But this time they were throwing it quicker because they didn't have the deep threat. Oh, in the press conference. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to clarify that it ain't always that. It ain't always like that's what people do in this world, and they complain with racism and victimhood. They always think that this world is sitting there saying, nah, we trying to mess it up for you. The world don't care about you. The world care about it. They don't care about you. Ain't nobody sitting there like, look, Myles Garrett, we care about you. But we always care about you. So why are you acting like this is brand new? So, you know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But before we flow, boy, we check in on your blood flow, boy. Are you guys using VINIA? Oh, my God, what are you guys doing? Let's keep it real, family. Energy isn't about sugar or caffeine. Nah, none of that fake stuff. It's about blood flowing. When your circulation's strong, the oxygen, the nutrients, they hit your muscles, your brain and heart, and goes where it needs to go. What does that mean? More focus, more alert, and you are ready with more energy. So come on, go to vinia.com/Marcellus. Use the discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Who's Marcellus? Me. You know your boy. 10-year NFL All-Pro baller. Had to go after it without VINIA, without this real product. Had to use that fake stuff, sugar and caffeine. Good thing is, it got me up there. Bad thing is, pow. Boy, would you crash sometimes in the middle of the game. So now, in the game of life, I have VINIA. You can too. So make sure you use VINIA in your daily routine. I don't care if you're a dad. I don't care if you're a coach or chauffeur like me. All the above. You need this to be more focused, more alert, and it helps you be on the go. So go to vinia.com/Marcellus, Marcellus10 for the discount code, and you will get 10% off. That's vinia.com/Marcellus.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the word is
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.